Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. You guys, on Thursdays here at Ho, we talk to the trees. And I sit here and it's 8:12 p.m. I just watched it change to 8:13 p.m. at night, and I'm like, the fuck if we ain't talking to the trees today. So I got it a little bit behind. Oh, it's echoey in here. I'm upstairs in my bedroom / sewing studio that is so dusty now that I have turned on this light and I can see. And I've had like the longest day and the longest week, but the fuck if we ain't gonna talk to the trees today. Like, it's Thursday. It doesn't even feel right to not talk to the trees. So bear with me and my scratchy throat. I had myself so worked up. I had myself so worked up to go to the dentist that I like literally gave myself an earache, you know? Like when it just hurts on one side of your throat, like I don't know, is that your tonsil and in just that one ear. So just the right side of me doesn't feel that great. But I took some children's ibuprofen. And I just want to hang out with the trees. I've had such a week that it's like, I live for Thursdays. I live to talk to the trees and see what they want to talk about. And so if I can get to the point where I can stand the sound of my voice here in this room, it's so echoey. Maybe that's good. Maybe that's not. Yeah, what do the trees want to talk about today? So I just want to quick tell you. I'll settle in, make some tea, get comfy. She's just going to tell you something real quick. I went to the dentist today and the energy there was completely different. So are you noticing that in your life? Like some things that like you would always pick up one vibe, like it has totally changed now for the better. Like for the better. So anyways, yeah, like here I'm like thinking they're just trying to like screw us over, but today I really saw like the best sides of all the ladies that work there, and everyone seemed really nice, and I saw them show a lot of love and caringness towards my children. So I feel pretty good about today, and I just wanted to share that with you because, you know, usually I only give you horror stories from the dentist, but today it was pretty good, and they're never going to touch me unless I tell them to, because I think I've got them scared of me. In a nutshell, I think they're scared of me there. But that's okay. That means that I have to come to terms with what I want to do with my teeth, and that's the way it should be. So anyways, here we are. It's after 8 o'clock. My dogs are acting batshit crazy out in the hallway. I'm probably going to have to break to tell them to go lay down. My kids gaming downstairs, but overall, I thought the house is quiet enough that those of us who look forward to Thursdays, who look forward to the trees, we have to. And it is hot as hell in here because I turned off the fan, but that's how much I want to hang out with the trees. Also, I want to shout out to chamomile, literally the best herb ever for me this week, and I appreciate you so much. I do. I appreciate everything so much. I just had a phone call with my bestie, Osceola the Oracle, and that's what I was telling him. Like, I had that terrible last Friday night, when I laid in my puke and almost pretty much died. I think I actually may have for a minute, and I came back. But since then, a lot of other evil shit in me has seemed to die off. So sometimes we have a terrible dark night of the soul, if you will. But if you can see that it burnt off and killed off a lot of negative things that you were ready to let go, then it was worth it. And that's what I was saying to him, like, you know, generally I just tolerate people. Okay, that's kind of my thing, like, hi, I tolerate you. But this week I'm actually loving people and I'm seeing the good in them and I want to help them. And I feel like, I was also saying, like, I really feel like Mother Mary has been with me all week, as well as a lot of other angelic forces, and I feel different. So anyways, just checking in, seeing how you're feeling. I'm gonna yell at my dogs real quick, so do you hear them? They're gonna bust through the freaking wall. They're having so much fun. Let's do our chamomile affirmations while I calmly tell my dogs to beat it. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our peaceful and playful herb of the week, chamomile, and I dedicate them all to you. Thank you. I am calm. I relax into the warm comfort of my inner space. I nurture my inner child. I give myself lots of time to play. I soothe my emotions. I am stable in my serenity. I am calm. I relax into the warm comfort of my inner space. I nurture my inner child. I give myself lots of time to play. I soothe my emotions. I am stable in my serenity. And so it is. All right, so angelic forces, tree angels. What do the trees want to talk about today? So each week we've been pulling a specific tree angel to kind of overlight and hang out with us on our Thursday podcast. And I'm so happy that I'm sitting here talking, being able to hear out of one ear. Man, that's how much I love the trees. So last week it was Walnut, as I see her in the bottom of the box. Oh yeah, we're going through this whole deck. Everyone's getting a day in the spotlight. And yeah, what was she talking about last week? That there's like at least three solutions to every problem. And you know, the thing is, a lot of times with our small little minds, no offense, human, but it's like we can't see hardly even one solution half the time, let alone three. And I feel like, you know, she, like today, even at the dentist, like I didn't foresee it going like that. I didn't see like everybody looking like a beautiful human. Really. Different vibe in there today. Different vibe everywhere. So on that note, let's get a tree angel. Everything's been feeling kind of dreamy and weird in reality for me, but I just keep on moving forward because there's really nowhere else to go. All right, here we go. Speaking of moving forward, the deck just, I don't want to say, it just stopped moving. It was like sliding up and down on itself and saying stop. All right, so let me flip this over and let you know that, ooh, we have Aspen, number 8 for our 8 o'clock at night podcast. I know it's so weird to be talking at night, but it's not, because it's Thursday and I really wanted us to be together. So with the trees, this guy looks like a Joker. Yeah, he's got pointy shoes, checkered on his calves and forearms, like part of like a Joker, classic Joker costume, but he's green. His face is green. He's holding an aspen leaf with one pinky out. He's got the pinky out, you guys. He really is fun and mischievous and kind and wise, yet is probably, I don't know. Like, sometimes when we have these like chaotic moments and I tell you that your soul appreciates this bullshit, right? Like, you as a human might not appreciate the fuckery and the bullshit. Sorry. This is an evening podcast, you guys. It's at the end of the day. I have like zero filter. You are not appreciating this. Like I often say, my life is a joke. Like, what the hell is going on here? This is just fucking nuts, right? It's insane, crazy. I don't appreciate it, okay? But my soul does. The expansion that my soul derives and achieves from me going through all this is incredible. And so that's kind of like my first vibe on him. Like, when things get shaken up in our lives and it's like, what is this bullshit? He sort of has that look on his face like he's enjoying it, you know, because he knows that you'll expand because of it. So it's number 8, and it's Aspen. Let me get in the book here. And the Oracle of Aspen says, lighter than the breeze, the breath of life is suspended over the waters of life. Nothing could be more funny. The universe follows eternal laws, and you watch all this and shake with laughter. So, I love it. I love it, especially after this week or 2 weeks that I've had. All I can do is join Aspen and shake with laughter. So Aspen is a spiritual warrior. Its medicine makes our enemies tremble. So funny, because I literally said that they must be afraid of me at the dentist office, you know? It's like, are they just so nice to me because I told them all off and that they did a shitty job, but I still came back? Like, but I expect the best from you. And that's what they're giving me, their best sides, their best versions. Anyways, let's read what Aspen has to say. Sadie Marie. Aspen is a spiritual warrior. Its medicine makes our enemies tremble. Of course, we tremble too, but just like the aspen, not out of fear, but from uncontrollable laughter. The Joker brings us to our knees, and conflict crumbles as the perpetrators start to collapse with mirth, and everyone ends up laughing together. Who can resist the astute wit and disarming charm of the stand-up comedian? Humor. Humor can make us invincible as a master of Tai Chi. We refuse to take sides. We become unpredictable and simply go with the flow. This great flexibility derives from a feeling of immense spiritual freedom, because the aspen rubs shoulders with the god of the wind even more than the white and the black poplar do. The heavens are vast and are filled with laughter. There is little need to point out that our razor-sharp wit conceals equally great powers of discernment and creativity. But then, so what? Am I bothered? You could say that given so much Buddhist non-attachment, we are probably close to enlightenment. Although the idea that one person could be more enlightened than another is so ridiculous, We won't pursue it any further. But without the aspen, things are very different. We become stiff, inflexible, and ill-tempered, clinging tightly to routines and social tropes that are best left to buried. I can't stand people like that. Who, me, stubborn and impatient? Don't say another word or I'll scream. Okay, so I am just so tickled that, like, as my life starts to become so weird, like I was telling my bestie, Asiel the Oracle, like literally half the time it's just like a dream. I don't even know if I'm really here. It's just, I'm living a weirder reality. I get the weirdest fucking tree in this deck. I literally, it's like being so high, like you just smoked way too much weed. And then literally this guy comes in and messes with your head even more. Like now you really don't know who you are. And this guy thinks it's funny. And maybe if you just loosen up a little bit, you'll think it's funny too. Right? So how many times this week, if you've caught yourself being judgmental, saying, I can't stand people like that, or, you know, like you just really feel like you can't deal with people. This is what the trees are saying. It's time to let that go. It is literally time to become so flexible, so unpredictable, so stubborn only about not taking sides. Like you just refuse to take sides. It's going to piss people off. They're going to be like, are you a Republican or a Democrat? And you just you're just like, I just am not. Like, I'm just not getting into this with you. Like, do you support this or not? And you prefer to tell a stupid story that doesn't make any sense at all. You could literally become the Joker this week and have so much fun being basically a crazy ass spiritual warrior out of your goddamn mind, right? Your psychotic inner Joker could make your enemies tremble because it is your exquisite and exuberant and over the top sense of humor that literally will make you a fearless being. And as you go crazy and you laugh your face off, you can literally have your enemies and anyone opposing you crumble to their knees as well in laughter. So I think Aspen wants you to bring out the funny. You be the comedian. You lighten up the mood. You bring the jokes to the convo. You know, like last night at Ladies' Night, I mean, somebody has to act like an ass, and I'll volunteer to do it again. It's not a problem. I'll do it. But that's what everyone needs. That's truly what everyone needs, to be so disattached. Disattached, honey, that's not even a word, but that's what I'm going to go with it. So disattached that you don't care that you're a silly bear. You don't care that you're standing on your head showing everybody your underwear. You just don't care anymore because it's just a fucking dream. Right? Like, go crazy this week. Give yourself permission to literally go crazy and have fun with it and laugh like you are crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, so I was going to have him at the bottom, but he must absolutely be at the top of the trees right now because he's just climbing up that aspen, and he is fantastic. He's kind of scary, but he's kind of funny. And your best advice is to go along with it, okay? Because it's like you can either, like, I never really watched the Batman movies, but I'm sure there's some people who like the Joker, right? Like, I'm sure there's some people who find the Joker attractive and kind of sexy, especially when, who was it? Heath Ledger, right? Did he play the Joker once? Yeah, like, come on now. You know I'd fuck that Joker. Right? So somebody's loving the Joker. And I feel like it's sort of like how some people are afraid of clowns and that some people enjoy clowns. So you can look at this aspen tree angel who literally is the aspen Joker. And you can either kind of be creeped out a little bit or really find his madness delightful. So yeah, it's kind of an invitation for you to jump into your own madness. Like, just this world is crazy, and I just feel like finding so much amusement in the insanity of it all. What is left to do other than laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh? I mean, are you kind of like done being serious all the time? Are you just like done having these social like things that you do or don't do just to keep up with, like, you know, like, oh, don't do that at the grocery store? Like, wouldn't it just kind of be funny to turn on like the music on your phone and literally have a dance party down the aisle? Right? Like, just maybe not, you don't have to be so publicly crazy, but why not be crazy within your own family and friends? All right, that is the invitation. All right, so I'm going to pull a couple soul trees just to see if there's anything that the aspen angel, I just feel like I have to respectfully call him the aspen Joker, but he is still an angelic force. Okay, so one tree jumped out of the deck, and it's integration reversed. Okay, so also jumping up is freedom reversed and the second sacral chakra. So on the top is the third solar plexus reversed, and on the bottom is change. So I know that's a lot of cards, but they all were asking to be seen. So let's see them. As I'm literally sweating in this room, but I know if I turn on the fan, it would just be bad for the sound. All right. So I have these kind of like in a descending pyramid under him. So he is literally right now he is up on his like circus pyramid platform, colorful. We've got yellow with the third chakra. We've got orange with the second chakra. We've got blue and red and gold in the integration. We've got blues in the freedom. And then we have the change card. And that to me looks like capillaries and veins. It's red and pink and orange. Very spider vein-ish. So is the integration card. So this to me, like, you could almost hook in the change to the integration card, like with the spidery veins. Of course, we've got spidery veins in the second and third chakras as well. So this to me says that we have to change. We have to change our third chakra, our solar plexus. We have lost our power. We've lost our will. We've lost that confidence to get up on the table and dance. We've lost the gumption and security of laughing at ourselves. We have gotten away from telling a story, breaking a joke, laughing like an idiot for no reason. And I think the thing is, what he wants to say is that we don't realize how much power that gives us. When you can be the Joker and not care what anyone thinks of you, that is powerful. That is you tapping into a true place of power within you, because you're going to have fun whether or not anyone joins you. right? And it doesn't have to be malicious. You don't have to be like a malicious joker and toy with people's heads. Although, is that maybe what needs to happen? You know, you have to use your discernment in the moment. Maybe that's exactly what people need, you to fuck with them. I don't know. But like sometimes that's what needs to happen. But what needs to happen first and foremost is you making that change in between your second and third chakras. Definitely your third chakra. But we have the second chakra upright. So, I mean, let me grab her little book and see. Because see, like, the second chakra is like, that's our sexual chakra, right? It's considered, it's related to matters of the body, addictions, cravings, pleasure, and creativity. So the second chakra is the desire to enjoy life, or the awakening of the desire to enjoy life. So I feel like that's what the Aspen angel, this joker, is trying to, it's already started to wake up within you. Like you're like, I want to enjoy my life. I want to buy myself flowers. I want to think of good things. I want to see the best of people. I want to just start liking myself. I just want to enjoy what I'm doing, right? This is starting to wake up within you, but it's only moving up so far because the third chakra, the solar plexus, is reversed. There's something, it's like you want to have fun, but it's like there's this power problem. There's this blockage for you to feel confident enough to do that. And it's like he's saying, if you can make the leap, and integrate those two chakras, it will give you an immense feeling of freedom. Freedom to be fun. Freedom to just enjoy this life. Freedom to laugh at this life and be like, oh my God, all these shenanigans, these political shenanigans, the world is crazy. And in order for me to keep sane, in order for me to maintain my own sanity, I am going to have to laugh at this. I am going to have to laugh and laugh and laugh. So the third chakra is sometimes referred to as the power chakra. It's about identity, the ego, the sense of self, setting boundaries, willpower, and our fears. And it's about developing self-control. It can be blocked by shame. But I feel like because it's reversed, it wants you to break boundaries. It wants you to break your own boundaries that you've set for yourself that are blocking your path to freedom, right? Of just being yourself, right? Even think about how ridiculous the Joker's clothes are. No offense, buddy, but nobody wears shoes like that and pants like that and the checkered stripe thing. It's like, do you want to just wear what you want to wear and laugh at what you want to laugh at? Would you like to be utterly and divinely amused? Well, that's the energy of the Aspen. And I feel like with these cards of change, integration, the second and third chakras, and freedom, he's kind of like laying it out that it does need to change, and this is how you change it. And once you integrate this into your life, you don't have to be crazy all the time, but just start having some more joker moments, more fun, more humor, more being so detached from everything that, you know, you're just happy, but yet you do have your own. The Joker is ironically wise. He's got discernment. He's usually the smartest guy in the room. And you can be too. And that's why the Buddha laughs. That's why the fat Buddha is always laughing his big belly off. You know what I mean? Because it's like he knows better. He knows it's okay to not take everything so seriously. And he starts to see the divine humor in all of this. All right, I'm trying to get boxes away from me so I have more room on this little table. All right, so I really would love either one or two. I love how this looks just by itself, of course, but we got to bring out the wisdom of the trees and see what other trees want to come in to hang out with Aspen. Whew, but yeah, I mean, let's keep it light. Let's have fun. Go crazy if you need to, if that's what's going to help you see the clarity of that you shouldn't be taking all this seriously. And I mean, you think like conformity is going to keep you safe in this world, but really like the best thing for you to do is just be a weirdo. And be the one that's a confident weirdo and be able to laugh and just feel so free. Just feel so free. It's time for change. All right. I cannot believe that this many cards are in my hand, but literally a group of 4 cards jumped out. We'll just go over them kind of quick. It's Monterey Pine, an Eastern Cottonwood, and then European Beech reversed, and White Mulberry reversed. They literally all came out together. So obnoxious, I know. But I put 2 on each side. So above the 3rd chakra, we've got Monterey Pine and Eastern Cottonwood upright. Above the Change card, we've got European Beech and White Mulberry reversed. Now let's start with that White Mulberry one because we've gotten this one. It has the yin yang, the woven tapestry that somebody's working on. So it's like, let's do that one because that one caught my eye. Because like we should be having harmony, but it's a little bit, it's reversed right now, right? We should be having balance, but it's reversed. And the White Mulberry reminds us, I will send you spiritual and emotional nourishment. This will guide you into creating a stronger and more harmonious connection with others and enrich your understanding of their motives as well as your own. Her reversed or inverse message says, you are becoming too dependent on someone or something and need to separate yourself from them or it. Try to interact with others without relying on them completely. Becoming more self-sufficient will help. Now, what's interesting about that right away is it's on the side of the 2nd chakra, which has to do with addictions and cravings and yes, pleasure and the body and creativity and all that. But White Mulberry literally is saying, you are becoming too dependent. You are becoming addicted to something or someone. So what is it that we are becoming too dependent on me? Hey, for me, like I've given up everything this week. Like I even had to get away from coffee again. I'm becoming too dependent on you. Last week, leading up to my dark evening of the soul with myself on Friday, I was feeling like I didn't want anyone in my life. I didn't want to be dependent on anybody or anything. I didn't want anyone to influence me. You know what I mean? I was having that kind of feeling. Now that was a bit extreme, and it was to show me a personal lesson. I get that. But we do have to continually self-evaluating if we are becoming addicted to anything or too codependent on someone. I mean, we all want that special someone, but here's the thing. You have to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. You have to be able to find your own inner power. So anyways, we do want to get that energy flowing through the meridians. right? We certainly do, and that's what white mulberry can help us with. So let's see what the European beech says, though, if it gives us any type of insight on what we might be coming too dependent on. Where are you hiding, bro? It's got a burgundy border, which has to do with power. And European beech has to do with sustenance. My wood has been used for centuries, and my nuts provide food for animals. I hold on to some of my dead leaves each winter to give myself protection from the worst of the winter, and I will protect and sustain you too if you wish. Now, her reversed message says, now is not the time to be wasteful, although you should not worry about having a lack of anything. You should value what you do have and ensure that you don't squander it. Store up your treasure for the future. Like, to me, both of these cards are very physical. They really are. They are both very physical. So I feel like because European beech literally has to do with food, I think that like this might actually be talking to us about what we're putting in our bodies. You know, like Joker's saying it's no joke. Aspen's saying what you put in your body is not to be joked about anymore. You know, like maybe you need one more night of drinking to the point that you're laying in your own puke to realize that, you know, you really don't want to be poisoning your vessel right now. We really want to clean out. We really don't want to be addicted to any substance. We really don't. So yeah, I think that's probably what it is, because I know like my body this week, I have been like liquid, a little bit of food, liquid. I mean, I feel like Spirit's been asking me to clean out and detach from caffeine, from sugar, you know, like honor food, love food, enjoy food, but don't actually rely on it too much. I know that's a weird message, but that's what I've been experiencing in my life a little bit. Like, oh, like I got, okay. Like maybe we don't need to eat as much as we think that we do, kind of feeling. All right, well, let's go over to the other side and see what Eastern Cottonwood and Monterey Pine has to say. We've never pulled 4 of these cards. I mean, not for a while anyways. It's funny to see so many. Let's see which one I find first, I guess. Eastern Cottonwood, connection. Eastern Cottonwood Deva says, I have great wisdom. The rustling of my leaves means that I am in continual communication with the Supreme Being. Let me show you how to become as one with the world around you so that everyone can benefit from your blessing. So that's so sweet to me, because like I've been loving everybody. I'm starting to feel connected in love with everyone. That was my affirmation, one of them before going to the dentist. I am connected in the energy of love with everyone at the dentist office. May the divine plan unfold. Right? So it's like, listen, whether they're a friend or a foe, whether it's somebody you consider a loved one or an enemy, honey, you are connected to everyone and everything. At the end of this life, at the end of this theatrical play, we're all on stage together and we all take a bow. The good guys and the bad guys. That is why Aspen is saying, don't take a side. Because you've been the good guy and you've been the bad guy. You've been the bad guy and you've been the good guy. Like in your incarnations, you've played the part of every single role imaginable. How can you dare take a side when you know all the scripts? When you can read any part of the play. You can fill in anywhere. Like, oh, you want me to be the good guy today? Okay. Oh, you want me to be the bad guy today? Okay. Right? Like, who do you want me to be? I often joke and say that. Like, who do you need me to be? Okay, yeah, I'll come over. Who do you need me to be? Do you want me to show up and be professional Sadie? Do you want me to be funny Sadie? Do you want me to be loving Sadie? You want me to be angry Sadie? Is that really who you want me to be? Okay, just let me know who you want me to be. I'll be that. I know all the characters. I know all the lines. I know the entire theatrical play. So anyways, don't pick a side. See yourself connected to everyone and everything. And Eastern Cottonwood says, there is no division between you and all the other beings in the world, whether you consider them to be living creatures or inert things. Learn to connect with them. Learn to appreciate and understand them and to honor them. So it's like we start to step into this energy that like, I am all that is. I am one with everything. Everything is me. And that's so funny because I got a lesson from Spirit like just yesterday or 2 days ago. And I'm supposed to, and I'll share it with you because maybe you want to do it. Okay, you know how my neighbor for like this whole summer has been pissing me off, right? Spirit told me, start to look out the window and say, what am I doing today? And look over at your neighbor and say, what am I doing today? And watch your neighbor as if it were you. Your neighbor is you. So this question, what am I doing today? Like if I look at anyone, what am I up to? What am I doing? What am I doing over there? What am I doing today? And start to see other people as another you, as another aspect of you or as you. You're watching yourself. And the thing that it's going to do for me, they said, is I'm going to start to love everybody as myself. Because I'm already really good at pretty much loving myself. Okay. So it's like, now I need to look at everybody else as me. They're just another me. Start to see them and say to myself, what am I doing today? And watch them as though they are me. So anyways, I told them I'd give it a go. And I got to remember to do it. But it instantly, even after I did it the first time, switched and changed something within me. And so I feel like that's what Eastern Cottonwood is saying. You are connected to everyone and everything. So you might as well love your neighbor. You might as well love this table in front of you because you're connected to it too. It's like there's only one atom. You know, it's like that. I don't know if it's a theory or if it is just the way it is. There's actually only one atom, and it bounces around so fucking fast and creates this whole reality. But it's actually just the one energy, the one atom. Anyways, Monterey Pine has a message of purpose. And so that's kind of fun, isn't it? Because the Joker's like, yes, you thought I was just trying to get you to be silly, but in actuality, it is going to be your purpose. Whoa, what just happened there? Okay, you guys, I hope you got something from that. I did, but I also am like, whoa, what just happened there? We have to get a Celtic tree, right? I don't know where the heck I'm going to put it. Oh, I hope just one, please. We could put one at the bottom. I didn't really think about, I did not know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards 5 soul trees were going to come out, and then 4 wisdom trees. 5, 4. Isn't that funny? 5, 4. Haha. If you're new to the podcast, 554. 5, 4 is one of my numbers that stalks me all the time. It is my birthday and my height. So, all right, let's get a Celtic. Oh, that was good. That was good and clear and quick. And it's one off the top. We've got number 22, Spindle. Which, isn't that the perfect fucking Joker thing to end on? Like a spindle. Just sort of sounds like, you know, like maybe like the spindle, like a leprechaun, or, you know, maybe a little energy that's kind of up to no good. Just wants to have fun. I mean, this might be a really good week to connect with a little bit of mischievous fairy energy in the name of fun, and maybe in the name of stirring the pot and waking up someone, you know. But let's see what Spindle has for us. It's number 22, and 22 is a very special number to me. Number 20 poo. So we'll see what it has to say. But yeah, I think, you know, even just jokingly saying 20 poo, it's always the number. I just always think like it's going to be some type of bullshit when I see this number. But that's the kind of stuff that maybe we need to change, right? So what's really perfect about this spindle is its autumn colors, and it pulls in the colors from the 3rd chakra and the 2nd chakra tree. The oranges, the yellows, the red. It's a very beautiful card, and it is front and center. So whereas when we started this layout, our Joker in the aspen tree really was like getting all the attention, you don't even see him anymore now that we have this fiery orangish red spindle. So it's like the tree's on fire. It matches that 2nd chakra, that sacral chakra, perfectly, but it also pulls in the energy of the 3rd chakra. And beautifully enough, this is all happening under the integration tree. Whereas it is reversed, but the tree now looks like it's getting ready to plug in to the lighted spindle tree. It's really cool. It's really cool. And there to the left is just the freedom tree, having its white flowing branches and trunk and channels. It looks like a bunch of flowing channels that anytime you're ready now to let this energy flow, you are going to feel freedom like you have never experienced before. I think you're ready for this. I think it's time to change. I think the support is here. It's just you have to literally let loose and start to be a little crazy in a fun way, in a crazy, insane way, maybe for a little bit, or just start to recognize the insanity of this reality and start to be that smart Joker that's literally 3 steps ahead of everybody. That's why humor works. That's why comedians work. It's all about timing. It's all about surprise. It's all about giving you something you had not thought about or seen coming. And it's just so funny the way it's delivered. That's because they're ahead of you. They're in that moment thinking further out, ahead of you. I mean, it's like the Joker is a very, very smart character. And you'll have it's one that you want to play. This is definitely a role that you will have fun with. You'll want to step in because he's brilliant. He's smart. He is a little mischievous, but he's so detached. He's just really having such a good time. Now, the spindle, let's see what its key words are. Fulfillment, delight, light, sudden insight, thunder and lightning, release, energy, illumination, your best efforts, completion of a task. So the totems are thunder beings, light beings, and thunderbird. The deities are Bridget, Lucina, Thor, the three fates, the spinning and weaving goddesses. And the spindle represents sudden flashes of insight and brings illumination and clarity. She is about fulfillment and delight. In particular, the fulfillment that comes after a completion of tasks. Therefore, this tree encourages us to put aside our excuses, our evasions, and denial. We are encouraged to get to work and complete our goals so we can fulfill our aspirations. Spindle will help you fulfill your obligation so you can move forward, and she will reward you for doing the very best that you can. So I love that it's like sometimes in that crazy laughter, we do have this incredible insight and clarity on the beauty of life, and it's like we are so blissed out right now. So this sudden insight and clarity and enlightenment, the laughing Buddha laughs because he is enlightened and the world has become his playground. You are asked to remember that you are a being of light and to see the light in every person you meet and every situation you enter. And so that's why now when we look out at our neighbor, we say, what am I over there doing today? Because we see the light in them and we recognize it to be the same light that we hold within us. We are the same light. So this tree brings illumination and insight, and you are promised fulfillment. But the key is that you must do the work. So lay aside your reluctance and your excuses and get busy. And maybe that's being the joker. Maybe that's your work now. Maybe that's stepping into your power in the solar plexus. Maybe that's addressing your physical addictions. Whatever your work is, no more excuses. Lay aside your reluctance and just get busy. Success is promised, but first must come labor. Spindle will help you to fulfill the necessary steps and give you the energy to complete your work. And I just was asking Spirit for more energy, and I feel like they have delivered. Choose to do your best and apply your energy to do the tasks at hand. True sweetness comes from fulfilling these tasks to the best of your ability. So Spindle does want to counsel you, though. I mean, she's saying if you are trying to make a decision, make sure that you investigate, get all the relevant facts, do your due diligence. When you have gathered the information, you can make an informed decision, choose, and begin. And see, the Joker up there also too came with the message of discernment. You don't have to be an idiot Joker. You are the genius Joker. Spindle, let's talk about the wood. Spindle is a good wood for making pegs and bobbins and spindles, all practical tools. You may have a project that has to do with woodworking. What practical tools do you need to create or gather to fulfill your task at hand? What expertise do you need? Who can you go to for guidance or help? What skills do you need? So Spindle is saying to make a practical plan. Consider time, money, practicalities. What do you need to actually get this done? So I love that too, because I've had a lot of practical energy as well this week. So anyways, let's end our hangout because it's 9:14 now. We've been hanging out. I'm sweating in this room. It's crazy. But I have loved this message so much, truly. So let's end with spindle. I am the spindle, and I bring you hope for the future. I sustain you with a new light as you move towards your goals. I bring clarity and insight. I illuminate new possibilities. I am the promise of that which you long to create. I offer you the strength and encouragement to fulfill your goals. I offer you sweetness and delights. Gather what you need to complete a task or project. Get busy. I offer you sustenance to do the work that will ensure the fulfillment of your goals. We are partners in the business of applying energy to ideas and bringing plans to fruition. Notice what you already have that is full of beauty and contentment. Pat yourself on the back for all that you have completed, for a job well done. Take some time to enjoy the fruits of your labor before you plunge into the next project or endeavor. I am the candle within you. What inspires you? How can you keep that inner light burning even in great darkness? I help you embrace change and appreciate your own insight and sudden flashes of knowing. I help you awaken. Take yourself seriously. I am your hope and your inner light, and I am here to remind you of your awesome potential and creative nature. Let me inspire you. Let me fill you with a sense of contentment and the realization that you have done well. Oh, wow. So how absolutely interesting that it's like we've got these two sides of the coin, this incredible balance going on. We've got this joker wanting you to be crazy, and yet we've got this spindle so practical wanting you to get things done, and they actually can work together. You can actually have such humor in your life. And that's, oh my God, that's why there's the integration card, right? So we're integrating the practical and we're integrating the comedic aspects, right? We're going to get this job done and we're going to laugh as we do it. This is the type of change that we can integrate now into our lives to bring us incredible freedom, power, and, just a sense of purpose, a true sense of purpose and enjoyment for a job well done. Whew. So on that note, I don't know whether to just crack open a beer with you and have clink it together, good job, buddy. We did it, we're doing it. But there's so many ironies with all of this, it's celebrate, but don't become addicted to these things, and laugh and have a crazy good old time, but still get the job done and still be so practical and full of drive and power, but don't forget to enjoy the moment and give yourself a pat on the back and know that you are doing so good. You are doing so good shining your light in this darkness, in this time of darkness. And I really feel like this is a heads up too of what might be coming our way, and to know the tools that we have available to us, and to really, if we need to get through a crazy dark day, we know who to call on. The joker within, our aspen angel, is here, to just help us. Oh my gosh, just get through it all. But anyways, you guys, thanks so much. It's definitely late. That definitely was good. It's 9:19, perfect time. I just want to continue on in a rhyme, and that's the Joker energy. So thank you, Aspen. Thank you, Spindle, Monterey Pine, Eastern Cottonwood, European Beech, and White Mulberry. Thank you, thank you, thank you.